and welcome to my brand new YouTube channel. Gosh, I'm so excited to finally be doing this because I have given every excuse under the sun as to why I shouldn't be doing it. So welcome to my little corner of the internet where I am learning new things and taking you along for the ride. This is from makeup to money management to building a business to fitness, health, faith. I'm doing it all and I am messing up in public just for you. So if this is your kind of video, please stick along for the ride, comment down below, share, like, subscribe. You've had the whole shebang before. It's nothing new to you guys. So this is going to be my first ever makeup tutorial. I am not a total beginner when it comes to makeup. However, I have found this amazing tutorial by the queen of color theory, Monica Ravichandran. I'm hoping I'm saying that well. That focuses on soft glam using drugstore makeup. My goal is to follow along, share my experience, and hopefully we can learn something, new tips, new tricks. So if you've ever felt overwhelmed by makeup, same, let's figure it out together, because all I've been doing is a boring brown eye and I want to change that. I want to change that. So let's get into the video. Okay, so to prime or not to prime, that is the $1,000,000 question. I say to prime every time. No doubts, no when in doubt, well, no, just prime. I usually have the Estee Lauder one. This is the double wear smoothing and blurring primer, and the e.l.f. primer. You can see I use this one a lot, especially because I do a lot of soft glam. She's sticky, so if you have combination to oily skin, I hear this, not even I hear it, I use it all the time. This is really, really good. I would love to work with e.l.f. down the line because their products are just chef's kiss. And again, please tailor whatever you have to your skin concerns, whatever kind of skins you have. So I usually just apply it, on the T-zones over here, and it is so sticky. So it's just gonna grip whatever makeup you put. Here we go. And I usually just put it on my T-zones. So there we go. And usually I'd have a fan right near me. That way I can just blow it on my face and my makeup dries a lot quicker, or whatever I need to sets quicker. But for now, we're just gonna go the natural way. Like I said, it's a learning curve. So this is so good. Look at that. Sticky. So step number 3 is color correcting and spot concealing. So this is where you're neutralizing the canvas, because sometimes your canvas could look like this. Like I said, I wear glasses, so you can see that there. I have eye bags galore and they're not even Prada. Gosh, I have, scarring, a little scarring from acne, struggle. Those who know, acne is real and it leaves some really good scars. I'm trying to fight that right now with my skincare routine. Again, that will be in another video. But the 2 concealers that I usually use is the Maybelline Fit Me concealer, and this is in the color 40. This is in the number 40. And for the hyperpigmentation, for the dark under circles under my eyes, I use the NYX Pro Fix stick. Now this is just like an orangey, like a burnt orange red kind of color. Now this is very rich. I wouldn't go straight in with this. No honey, don't do that. It will leave you looking orange. I'll usually just dab it on the back of my hand. So I'll just dab it here. And usually that's enough for my concerns. So a little goes a long way. And I will go in with a brush if I could find one. Amazing. Now, typically what I like to use is I just like to use any kind of, what is this actually? Multivitamin glow face mist. It's a glow face mist. Sometimes I don't have a sink, I don't have water, and I don't want to be using my very expensive, what are they called? I don't want to be using my very expensive setting sprays on this. So I just go in, like I said, dab, 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 and I go in like that. I have a mirror down here. That's what I'm going to be looking at. I just go in. I'm literally just taking it off my hand like this And I'm just gonna go in and kind of just like, I've been dealing with acne for a very, very long time. So I've gotten very comfortable with my skin. And that's one piece of advice I'd give you before starting anything like makeup. Be comfortable with your own skin, learn how to nurture it, learn how to make it healthy, and then, if you want to learn alongside just using your makeup with that, then do that. But love your own skin, please. It's the only one you got. It's the only one you got. Okay, so next I'm just going in a little bit with the Maybelline one that I showed you earlier on, just to kind of cover my acne scars. Now, if you don't have any scars that you want to hide, or if you're okay with them, I would skip this step. Okay, so before I forget, she mentions a very, very good hack. I want to see if this works, but it kind of makes sense if you think about it. So she says if you put concealer underneath your foundation, you don't want it to move. And a good way of doing that is using your brush, putting it in a bit of setting powder. I'm just using, what is this? I'm using the Huda Beauty setting powder. I just have the small case here, and I'm just going to use that. I've dabbed my brush in a little bit, then put it in the back of your hand again, because you don't want the brush picking up too much of that. And then just going over the spots where you have used your concealer just to hide all those like acne spots. I really want to see if this works. It makes sense if you think about it. Okay, so next step is foundation. We are moving on up. So I would go in with the L'Oreal. I don't know if you can see this. It is the L'Oreal True Match Nude. This is in the color 6-7 Tan. And sometimes just for a little glow, I'll go with the Maybelline Perfection 4-in-1 Glow. Again, so we have been living in perpetual winter here in Ireland. It is perpetual winter. And so what that means for me is my color changes from time to time. And so right now it's a little bit more brighter than it usually is during what's supposed to be summer. But I did come back from Kenya beginning of this year and I was tan. I didn't know I could tan. I forgot that I could tan because I've lived abroad for a while. And here I am now, lighter, and I had to go get new, drugstore makeup that actually fits my skin at the moment. So that's why I have those two. Going in with the True Match. Now, this is a dropper type. It's very liquidy. But I like to work with it because I feel like it doesn't dry as much because it's meant to be like a skin tint. As you can see, it didn't touch. So for those people who I know, I've read the comments under those videos, it didn't touch my skin. So it's fine. And I'm actually going to go in with a foundation brush. So I just came from a bridal shower. That's why some of my makeup just looks used. So this is the NYX Professional Makeup brush number 37. I really love this brush. So again, I'm just going to go in with a bit of face mist. And if you're using, not everyone has clean brushes sitting on standby. So I just like to put it in the back of my hand. But I'm not saying use makeup brushes that have been sitting in makeup for days. This is from Sunday, Monday. So I'm shooting this around Tuesday, Wednesday. So it's fine. It is okay. And the good thing with this, again, it is liquidy. So I just I can work and play with it. Other than the matte, the matte products tend to be a little bit hard to play with if you put it first directly on both sides of your skin. And I am avoiding my under eye because I'm going to be dealing with that later. But I need to mix in the colors first. So there we go. I'm avoiding my forehead. I tend to go in. I do have less scars up here. So I don't need that much color up here. So I'll just go in with whatever's left on the brush. And again, I'm just dabbing my skin. So if it looks like I'm being rough with my skin, I'm so sorry. I'm not. She's just a little heavy-handed sometimes. Okay, so we're not going to forget. I don't know if I overdid it, but we're not going to forget that. Next, I'm just going to be going in to cover now the orange with the Maybelline. Again, like I said, I use this a lot because I feel like it fits the middle of my face, which is something she learned as well. She uses concealer that matches the middle of her face. So I'm just going to go in with this. So I typically, did you see what I was about to do? I typically put it straight away on my face, but she says put it in the back of your hand and then use your, which is what I'm doing, and then use a brush to put that on. If I can get my brush. Just gonna spray my brush. Okay. Then I'm gonna coat the brush there with the concealer and then just go in. Look at that. Oh, drugstore makeup. And this is what I always say when I'm following, I followed countless of makeup tutorials on University of YouTube. And what I generally like to do is follow kind of like, I follow the instructions, but I don't go out of my way having like to have to buy everything they use. And I feel like that's where a lot of people either make a mistake or they just end up buying products that don't work for them. Use what you have. You'd be very surprised what you have in your makeup box, in your closet, your makeup bag, whatever it is. It could work for you. You probably just didn't know how to apply it or the tools to use or just the, the steps in which to use it. Guess whose phone died? Just decided to die. No warning, nothing. Just phone died. Anyway, of course it would happen as I am shooting my YouTube video. But anyway, next step number 6 is cream blush. Now I can appreciate this because for the longest time as a black girly, I never wore blush. I thought it was for the Caucasians. It made me look like a clown until, I started going and seeing a lot of people, like a lot of brown girls, a lot of black girls wearing blush, and in particular, purple blush. Now, I got this from Boots. This is number 7. This is their color Mauve Cloud. It's the number 7 Velvet Cloud blush. Now, if you know number 7, they're always doing some sort of promotion on Boots. So I just thought I'd try it out. I've only used this once before. It's a purplish mauvey color. It's really, really nice. You can see the sticker is still on there. That's how new it is. What I usually like to do with this is I'll take a fluffy brush. This is the Kabuki brush from, I don't even want to attempt to say that name. Masked. Let's hope it's masked. Again, I don't want to use too much blush. I don't want to have color blindness, like blush blindness. Thank God I don't have pictures of me wearing makeup as a children, because ooh, y'all's pictures be embarrassing. Put it down below, like comment down below. What kind of blindness did you guys have? Was it eyebrow? Was it like blush? Was it lipstick? I want to hear. Was it foundation? I really, really want to hear your stories. Okay, so this step I am very afraid of because I have lines right under my eyes. But she says brightening concealer. Oh, I want to skip this step, but I'm dedicated to this. So I have 2. I have the Rimmel London, what is this? Let me put it this way. Rimmel Lasting Radiance. And this is in the color, I don't even know if it does have a color. Fawn. That's the color. And I do have a Huda Beauty one. This is in Caramel Corn 22N. Now, what she does say is you need to put it in the outer corner of your eyes. Avoid taking it here, just in the hollow. And she does bring it a little bit down to this side. And I will be putting it at the back of my hand first. So let's go in. I'm coating both sides of the brush like she said, and just going in. Avoiding, I want to really avoid, oh, I think I touched it, but I really want to avoid the lines underneath my eye. Okay, so next we are going to step number 8, which is my favorite. It is contour and bronzer. Now, she uses a product that like bronzers that does the two. I'm just using, I usually use the Fenty Beauty one. This is, I think it's a foundation stick, but this is, oh, it's a no, it's a contour stick, a matchstick in the color truffle, but for the sake of keeping to the theme of the video, for drugstore, I'm going to be using Revolution makeup, and this is their contour stick in deep. It's a contour and highlight. This is just how the shade looks like. So she puts it on the back of her hand, and I'm just going to be using a flat kind of brush that helps to keep the product in place. And I'm just going to be following the natural hollow of my cheeks. So you can see right there, there's kind of a deep, like a dip in my cheeks, like under my cheeks. So I'm just gonna be following that, and I'm gonna spray my brush. Just gonna go in with that product. I'm just gonna brush it up like that. Do you see that? Oh wow. Okay. Next, she takes the powder puff and she kind of puts the product on her hand, swirls it around to kind of mix it around, and then she goes in to kind of set everything in. Gonna do the same thing for the other eye. Okay, I see it. I see it. Look at that. Look at that. Okay, Monica. I'm just gonna bring it down a little bit just because again I have laugh lines. So I'm tailoring this just to fit the kind of face that I have and the facial features. Perfect. So let's go. Is it step number 9 or is it 10? I think it's 10. It could be 9. Next, we're going into powder blush. Now you can see some of the blush that I had before has kind of been taken away by the setting powder. So now we want to go set the liquid blush that I used earlier on from number 7 with a powder brush. Powder blush. Now, this is Lit Powder Blush in the color Frisky. And this is by Honest Beauty. And I'm just gonna go in with the same brush, just like she did. This has a bit of a shimmer to it, so that's why I don't want to go heavy-handed with it just yet, or even at all. I don't want to go heavy-handed with it, so I'm just gonna go in. And what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna brush it up like that. Oh, that's a lot. Again, just following the features that I have. I'm gonna look forward and just gonna go in with it, kind of just like bring it a little bit. I like to bring mine a little bit up this way. I wish I did have the pink setting powder from Huda Beauty, but because I don't, I'm just gonna use this a little bit again, just putting it back in my hand and then just bring it there. So next she goes into brows, which for me is so disorienting because I usually I go for my brows first. I just kind of like, it helps frame my face. And then if I want to do eyeshadow, it just goes in right next. But following her tutorial, we're only now doing brows. I'm using the Benefits Precisely My Brow Pencil. I haven't found anything else that beats this for me. This is in the color 4.5. I don't like going in with a black. I like to go in kind of with a brown. Even if I'm wearing a wig, like a black wig, I always just tend to have highlights of brown in it. And I feel like brown is just so natural with the kind of like hair that I have, with the natural color of my brows. So I'm just going to be going in with that. It has a spoolie on one side and then it has the product on the other. So it's really handy, kind of like a 2-in-1 thing. So I'm just going to brush my brows up. See that? I kind of like this angle better. I don't know why I didn't start out with that, but hey, we're learning. Finally, we're getting into eyeshadow. Now, I don't have any drugstore type eyeshadows. Again, I'm trying to use what I have here. For the most part, I have been using like drugstore makeup, but I do have like a Huda Beauty like small travel size palette. This is Coral Obsessions, and it kind of has like a very beautiful kind of, you know, palette. It does have like two shimmery and the rest are matte. I dip into these three the most. I don't know if you can see them. These three really beautiful colors. They don't really have names, but if you're looking for this, it's the Coral Obsession. And I'm also going to be using the Sosu Bare and Bougie eyeshadow palette. And this is how it looks. And she starts off with a dark shade. Now, this is where I need you guys to listen in. Come close. A little bit closer. You need to do eyeshadow based on your eye shape. I have hooded eyes, and anytime I put like eyeshadow, eyeliner or anything, you won't see it. So I tend to put a little bit of a bright color here and then a little bit of a dark color going up to kind of like elongate my eyes, because sometimes if you can't see this on camera, maybe you can, my eyes kind of droop down a little bit and I want to just elongate them. So I'm just going in with this is a So Echo brush. It doesn't have a type, but it's just like a small angled, like a tiny angled brush like this. You've seen I've used it before. I'm gonna go in with Cliché from the Sosu palette. Don't want to forget to do this. I kind of like to wet the brush a little bit just so I can get a bit of pigment. And dab it on the back of my hand. And then go in with Cliché. Now at this point, I'm going to be looking at my mirror just because I like to look straight forward. This is the thing again with hooded eyes. Look straight forward into a mirror and then place it, and try and start placing it like the less you start out, the better. That way you can build up and blend easily. I'm just gonna go in with the brush. Again, it's angled just because I do need it to be angled, and I'm looking straight forward. Just gonna dab it. It's too much. And I'm just gonna bring it in. Bring it in and then fluff it out. Bring it in and fluff it out. And again, this kind of helps to like bring my eyes up. So she talks about using blush as a transition shade. I've never done this before, but I understand she's trying to say it makes the face a bit more cohesive. Now, I'm a bit afraid because this has a bit of shimmer in it, and I don't know if I want to use that. Plus, the way my eyes look, I don't have much real estate between my eyebrow and my eyelid, so kind of scared about this. But again, I'm willing to try it because that's why we're here. And I'm just gonna go in with this is Superdrug Studio London, an E10 brush. I just want to use this a little bit. I'm not gonna spray it because I don't want too much color. And I'm just gonna pick up the color like this. I'm gonna bring it in the back of my hand. And again, if I can find my mirror, just gonna bring it up here. Okay, not bad. Not bad. I like that. I'm going to blend everything else again. I'm going to add a bit more brown, but so far, so good. Now my left eye is usually the one that disappoints me, but so far she is doing really well. They kind of look like almost cousins, you know. Almost cousins. That family friend who looks more like your cousin than your blood related cousins, you know. So would this even be a Monica video without shimmer? I don't think so. If you watch her videos, you know she always likes a little pop, even if it's going to be brown or soft glam. She likes her shimmer. Now, she said you can skip this. I'm not going to because I want to commit. Like I said, we're learning new things. I wouldn't ordinarily do this for a soft glam, so we're going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to go back. I was just trying to look. This palette has some shimmery colors that I barely ever use, but because I used like a peachy, I made it peachy brown on my eyelid, I'm going to go in with, this is a brush I got, I think, from Shein or Amazon. It could even be a painter's brush, but it just says it's a sponge eyeshadow brush. It's one of these flat ones. So I'm going to go in. I don't know which one I want to use. This is more peachy, so I may just use that. I'm going to press this down. And she doesn't take it too far out. She just brings it to the corner. Oh, I don't know if I like that. Maybe it's just I'm not used to it. I do like a lighter inner corner of the eye, so maybe I'll just do that. But look at that. Ooh, I don't know why I don't use this color more often. So we're gonna try and do a bit of like an eyeliner, and she goes in first with an eyeshadow on an e.l.f. brush. Now I do have the e.l.f. Wing It liner, like it's what is it called? Wing It liner e.l.f. brush. This is how it looks. So it kind of helps you if you want to do your inner corner, or if you want to just, because I have hooded eyes, so I have to be very light with any kind of liner that I put. So I'm going to go in with the color Vibe. That's the color. It's like a dark chocolate brown because I don't have a black and I don't want to go too heavy with the dark color. So I'm just going to go in with the Vibe, color Vibe. Let me see if that's actually caught on. Yeah, perfect. And I'm just going to be laying it like this. And again, I just want to follow the natural shape of from my bottom lash line. I'm going to be taking it up, going back in. Now, if you want to, one thing I usually like to do is, so that the product can catch on, I spray the brush, kind of dab it down, pick up the product, and again, just follow the natural line. Just to give you a winged liner look. See, it's coming together. She does her waterline with like a brown. Now I agree with her. Black for me like it sometimes is a bit harsh. Now because I have brown eyes and most of the times my makeup is, you know, like I said, I usually have a lighter color and then I go to the corners with the black or with the brown. I'm gonna go in with a brown kind of a brown liner on my waterline, and this is by BBB London. It could be Triple B London, but it's their Smoky Kajal eyeliner. This is how it looks. So on one end it is just a liner, and then on the other end it has a smudger. It's just one open. I don't know what happened, but it's fine. I don't use it that much. So I'm actually going to go in, again, handy mirror. Open your eyes as wide as you can, and you will see the difference that this makes. Look at that. Look at that difference. It's so good. And then with mascara, I would go in with a black mascara. I can't find it for the life of me. So I'm going in with my Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara in a brown shade. Now I'm just going to be taking it, being careful not to apply it to the lighter part of my lid. Oh, she's so stunning. Okay, and now to the thing that holds everything together, the lips. Now, I'm just going to typically go with a brown nude color for the lips. Now, I could either go in with a brighter brown. This is the e.l.f. Cream Glide Lip Liner. And this is the NYX Liquid Lip. So this is the NYX Line Liquid. It's a lip pencil in the color Rebel Kind. Again, so this is the darker brown and this is the light brown. This is them side by side. Now, I don't like to overline my lips way too much. I have the Cupid's bow as well, so it's there. Do you know what I find? If you do have a Cupid's bow, sometimes girls will just go over it, but if you don't, then sometimes actually people create the Cupid's bow. It's just so funny. If you have it, you want to do the other thing. Then if you don't have it, then you want to use it. It's funny. My lips are dry. Ooh. Drink your water. Please drink your water. I have not been drinking water. So much has happened during this first video, so I've been trying to stay away from water just because there's a lot of technology near me. But please, drink your water. Don't be like me. Drink your water. My boyfriend's gonna see this video and he's gonna be like, see, that's a reason why you're sleepy. You haven't drunk water. Like, that doesn't make sense. Oh, I have a headache. You didn't drink water. This is actually just gonna justify what he's saying, but you know, whatever. Okay. So I just like to purse my lips a little bit. It is a matte kind of finish, so it's kind of hard to purse it around your lips, but so that the line isn't too harsh. And then sometimes I'll actually go in with a brush if I can find a clean one. Now this is just because I have the time, but usually if I don't have the time, you see what I do. I kind of blurs it out. Look at that. Okay. And then I'm going to go in with a brown. Now I'm thinking if I should go in with my usual brown, which is a MAC. I think this is in the color Twig. This is my go-to color. She's brown, but she's pinkish. She goes really well for me as like an everyday color. So look at her. Look at her. Now I could leave it like this. I could also go over with a lip gloss. So I'm trying to look. I'm thinking I'm going to go in with the NYX Fat Oil. This is in the color, what color is this? Why don't they ever have colors? Oh, follow back. My bad. So just to give me a little shimmer. Yes. Yes, honey. Look at her. You can never go wrong with the Fat Oil from NYX. Okay, so the look is come together. I've already set it with setting spray. Let that dry. The lips. Oh, she's giving glossy, but not too glossy. Just a little shine, a little shimmer. I want to get everything together, and I'm going to be putting on a wig. Ooh, I've had this wig for months, but I had braids, took out my braids, and then went for a bridal shower. And in that bridal shower, I wore a different wig. So I haven't had a chance to wear this wig. And this is from Hair by Grace. If you go onto my Instagram, which will be linked down below, you will see all my wigs come from Hair by Grace. She is a dear friend. And not only that, it's Black owned. It's her business from the bottom up. She's done it, and props to her. You know, I'll probably feature her here when I'm having a conversation about how to start a business, how to run a business, what does it take to be an entrepreneur, because this girl, ooh guys, chef's kiss. She does it everything. She does it all. She cooks, she's a DJ, she's an MC. Inside joke. But gracious, if you are seeing this, I'm about to unbox her, honey. Ooh, I'm so excited. So this is her packaging, Hair by Grace. And this is a fringe wig. I am Kenyan. I don't think I've said that. I am Kenyan and I've got the forehead to match. So you don't need to ask me where I'm from. I'm East African. The head should have told you. And that's the wig. Oh, guys, I'm so excited. Do I have a brush? Of course I don't have a brush. Let me just put it on without the brush for now, and then I will go and comb it out. It's big head friendly, guys. It is big head friendly. You guys don't understand. I have a big head. And also because I do have my go-to are twists, because I can work out with them. I can swim with them. And they last for about 2 weeks and I have to redo them. And it's just easy to wash and redo them. So my hair tends to be full. And I'll actually be doing, tell me if you guys want like a hair video. I don't know how I'm going to go about shooting that, but if you guys want it, I will work around. I'll find a way. I will find a way to get it out to you. So I'm blubbing too much. Let us get forward with this. Oh, gracious. Guys, this is her on my head. Without doing anything, I just brushed her out a little bit. I will need to use a hot comb and get the bangs customized, but I know my girl Gracious got me. It helps when you're friends with the hair vendor. But look at that, guys. She's amazing. I will link her down below. Please go check her out. She does ship worldwide. Yeah, and look, this is it. My very first attempt at a soft glam makeup look using mostly drugstore products and following along a very amazing tutorial from Monica. I have to say I've learned so much today. The tips about skin prep and concealer before foundation. Most of the things I don't usually do, like my eyebrows were usually first and now they're last. There are a lot of things that I've gotten to do today that are game changers for me, especially the blush as a transition shade. Never thought of that. So look, you can achieve this look, a baddie on a budget. Look, you know, you don't have to break the bank. You can use the products that you already have, mix and match. So look, if you have enjoyed this journey, please hit the subscribe button and give the video a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments section down below what topics you'd like to see, even if it's makeup. What do you want me to explore more? Is there a makeup tutorial you are iffy about that you just want to see me do, see someone else do, just give you that kind of confidence, you know? And you know what? Share, subscribe, and thank you again for watching. Bye till the next video.